The recipes and ruminations of one Dradil of Tethir. Formerly, a lovely bun cake brightens anyone's day. The recipes herein are mine own imagining, and thus ingredients are subject to change as per my whim. Belladonna bun cake, a simple little dish for a rainy afternoon. Corn flour, the eggs of a seabird, a spoon of a white cap fungus, the fruit of your choice for sweetening. 1 small measure of the belladonna root. Prepare as one would a bread loaf, though less time given to the rising. Bake in a well-stoked hearth under leaves for 1 turn of the hourglass. Notes to myself, refrain from eating this ever again, exceptionally poisonous. Remember the unfortunate week on the kitchen floor. Dradil's vegetable surprise. I told you belladonna was poisonous. Dradil's vegetable surprise, a dish that turned out surprisingly edible. Not recommended as the primary meal every day for 300 years. Some disorientation may result. Place 2 cups of virgin Netherese olive oil and 1 large chopped onion in a large pot. Sauté onions in oil over medium fire until onions begin to become clear. Add 2 chopped carrots and 2 chopped stalks of celery. So far, this is pretty standard. That's mirepoix. Saute for an additional 3 minutes. Add 1.5 quarts of water and bring it to a boil. I don't recommend water. Use broth if you have it. Add 2 diced and peeled potatoes, 1 cup of white wine. I find that a Mythrinian vintage is perfect. 1 bay leaf, 2 diced tomatoes, and chopped parsley to taste. You're missing some things. Like, basically, it's tomatoes and stock. Like, this is not soup yet. Cook covered until over medium smallish fire until vegetables are almost tender. Add 2 cups of chopped spinach. There we go. And cook for an additional 15 minutes. Serve hot and garnish with grated cheese. So basically, it's tomato and spinach soup. He also forgot to mention that you need to take the bay leaf out. That's hazardous to your health. You can choke on bay leaves, so you're supposed to take it out before you serve it. Note for Orcish version, replace all ingredients with turnips. Curative ingredients for the dispelling of lycanthropy, Mother's family recipe. Note, Mother's topical salve is a rather large failure. Research further with the following in mind. The creatures on this isle are unusual beyond their splitting into 2 factions. Theirs is an odd curse, one that defies the traditional remedies, such as the unfortunately dangerous muffins previous. Though one is not without hope, the exotic origin of the original stock suggests a unique enchantment, not unlike that of the more widely known vampiric afflictions. The casual bite might be averted using such things as the belladonna flower, but an intentional infection could actually require the extermination of the leader of the clan. This is merely conjecture, of course, as I have been unable to examine said leader. Despite my strange immunity, his is a strength that could still inflict a measure of serious damage upon my physical form. He and I have spoken on occasion, though his tolerance of me is no more resilient than mine is of him. Further notes to myself. Future offerings of peace to either of the Wolven clans should not take the form of muffins of any sort. So there are 2 Wolven clans here. Just, he confirmed that. We had that suspicion before. He kind of confirmed it there. All right, the Bachelor's Crutch. Noodles of quality and convenience. Ingredients: a measure of noodles, boiling water, container. Combine ingredients in container. Enjoy. Oh yes, enjoy. So he basically made top ramen, minute ramen, whatever you want to call it. The cheap stuff. Notice myself, should probably be supplemented with something of nutritional value lest my bones become brittle as chalk. Perhaps the container? Yeah, you have to kind of add something to it. But it's the 10-cent meal. That's what we used to call it. I don't think it costs 10 cents anymore, but it probably costs less than a quarter. Can you tell that I like cooking? I actually do make that recipe that he made for soup quite often, except I can't eat tomatoes, so I don't use tomatoes. I use potatoes, and then I add chicken or, barley or noodles, something like that, and that's pretty standard soup recipe. You do want the white wine. It helps bring out more flavors. What am I fighting now? Wolf wares again.
All right. And I always am.
Yeah, these guys are pretty difficult, but I will defeat them. Actually, let's start with the haste.
What area you need?
And we'll buff ourselves kind of as we go here.
Give me strength!
We have one gone already. All right, haste got casted. Let's go for magic missile.
By hell!
All right, another one down. Let's go ahead and hit them. We don't need the buffs as far as I can tell, so let's just go for it here. Haste really does
My honor. Yeah!
change the entire fight. All right, let's get out of here.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
Apparently Corin didn't get hasted, but that's all right. All right, quick save, rest. Quick save again. I have the anticipation that once I talk to the leader again, I'm going to be double-crossed. That's why I keep kind of quick saving here. Because I fully do think that bad things are going to happen. All right, Law,
Speak and leave.
thank you for
I
just...
do not wish you around.
Thank you for destroying those terrible beasts. To tell you the truth, I didn't think much of you when you first arrived, but now I have to say you'd make welcome additions to the village. Law was grateful for my defeat of Karug. I have made a lot of friends here. He said I would make a good addition to the village. Sure, that's what he said. He was gonna say pack, and then stopped himself.
You seem interesting. I'm not used to such as you.
Ah, you have returned and look hopeful. I trust in you. Have you the cloak as I asked? I do. Delaney is frail and old, but it seems none the worse for wear. I do, but I wonder what should I request in return? Perhaps a few questions you might answer? Sure, let's go with that. Answer me some questions, Delaney. You wish to listen while I speak? There are few of the village that take an interest in history, and I delight in the telling. None are very clear, I fear. We were not concerned with records when first we came. They are embellished, though with good intent, I am sure. You're welcome to stand a while by me, if you wish, good sir. Tell me of yourself. Myself, I am flattered, but there is little to say. My great-great-grandmother came to the shore on the ship home, but lived not long. I was born not a leap to the south of here, long after the beasts were cast out, and here I live. We kept the stories, but I say they were tainted by bad memory and superstition. We are all pups in the larger sight. Our people are young. Ah, but I asked about you, and you have changed the subject. Are you happy here? Do the dangers not frighten you? Your interest is charming, to say least. No, I am not frightened here. We are not weak, just few in number. Our pack is strong within, and the wall keeps those away that would harm. I am happy, though there is much out there, yes? Perhaps I will see someday. They're dropping a lot of hints that they are werewolves here. Perhaps that day is close at hand. You are smarter than your fellows and would do well in the mainland. I could take you away from here. Possibly, though you have much here that people would want despite your isolation. I would not be quick to leave. For a price, I could take you with me when I go. Let's go with the first one. Let's flatter her. I beg pardon? If you please, talk not to me like that. I am suddenly uncomfortable. All right, sorry. Let's just talk about your people then. What of them would you hear? We came to this place long ago in a ship home from farther west than the light sets. The explorer chartered with us, and we set to the seas. The elders speak of the great storm, though some say that the storm came from within. We that belong were to be cast aside, and fought the explorers we did. Much was lost, but this island won. We live alone and are plagued by the beasts, but slave to none and live as free. What do you mean when you say you belong? We belong. There is little more to it. If you were to stay, you would have to belong as well. We are a people that lives here as one. You're an outsider, as are the beasts. They are more obvious, but I think you are alike some ways. We have evil among our number alike, but we are respecting. What happened to Balduran? It is his ship that supposedly wrecked here. Balduran? The explorer who shipped and collected, who would rather scuttle than free? The elders did not see his fate. None wished or cared. He can live among the beast for all that we care. We are better than they and he. What happened on the ship that caused the wreck? None are alive to tell. Ages have gone and the dead lay asleep. Tales are of no real truth, only symbols. We were bound, then we freed. Others fought, but we lived to grow. Beyond that is future, and none know that. That's at least true. You have a rich history, even for such a short one. I've enjoyed hearing it. Sure, we'll go with that. There's apparently nothing more here. And I the telling, perhaps I have one last task I should ask of you. Are you willing? Sure. What is it you wish? A small thing, smaller than the last. I have need of a few simple flowers from just beyond the wall. They grow in only a few places, and I find them strangely alluring as with a few other things. Would you bring me one or two? I have a special purpose for them. Sure. I already picked them up. Time to empty my inventory. I will return as soon as possible. Please do, I will be here. Hey, look. I got him. What does it say? The Mysterious Island. That's this one. Wow. All right. Lots of updates to the Mysterious Island. I see 3. Okay, so here we go. The villagers came to this island from somewhere in the far west, brought here by a group they call the Explorers. When it appeared they might be thrown overboard, they fought back. Those who survived made their homes here. The villagers here say of themselves that they belong. Apparently outsiders do not, at least not until they perform some sort of ritual. One of the explorers was named Baldur. Rather than allow the ship to continue, he insisted on scuttling the vessel. No one in this village can tell me precisely what happened on the ship that brought them here. All they know is that they were once bound, but now they are free. All right, Delaney's task is apparently done. Flowers for Delaney. I have agreed to fetch some flowers for Delaney. 'Tis hardly what I would call work. I might have brought them to her anyway. I think I am growing rather fond of the woman. She's not put off by my status as an outsider. The flowers she wishes grow outside the village walls, so I'll search there for them. I have them already.
You seem interesting. I'm not used to such as you.
Have you brought back those flowers I asked for, Saladis? I eagerly await them. Sure. I just got them for you. It's basically, or I could ask for a reward. Or I could not give them to her. I'm just gonna give it to her. I thank you. Beautiful, are they not? They smell so strongly of I know not what. These will do nicely for what I had in mind. They are for you. They grow in only a few places, as does friendship and more. Take them from me, and this kiss as well. I think well of you. Wow. That's the sweetness I was looking for. Let's you and I get out of this dung heap of a village and have some fun. I don't want the flowers. They're poison. Belladonna is poison. I don't have the option to say no yet. The sentiment is wasted on me. I have waited, hoping there was profit in this, but instead I get nothing of value. Leave me. It's better payment I could not think of, but should it end there? Come with me when I leave, and I will show you the world. And flattered beyond measure, my lady, I do not know what to say. I'm going to say that this is not valuable. My affections are worthless to you? Oh, you were not the person I thought you were. Such a cruel trick to play. Get away from me. I will speak no more, outsider. I played that naive Delaney like a cheap viola to think that she had intentions beyond conducting our business. Now she knows how we do things on the mainland. That was not what I wanted. So
Yeah.
let's try this again. We'll go through it and I'll try a different path. Because that's a little upsetting that I just kind of shrugged her off at the end there. All right, so I can talk to you.
Speak
Law.
and leave. I do not wish you around.
All right, so let's try this again with you.
You seem interesting. I'm not used to such as you.
All right, let's go through this quickly. All right, what do you say when you belong? What happened to Baldur? What happened on the ship? Thank you. What is it you want? I will get them. Okay.
You seem interesting. I'm not used to such as you.
All right, so I have them here as you requested. I am flattered beyond measure, my lady. I do not know what to say. All right, as a better payment I could not think of, but should it end there? Come with me when I leave, and I'll show you the world. Leave? No, I cannot. Some others might wish to, but there is no place for us elsewhere. You cannot know. No, I must stay, and you will have to go. I have enjoyed our time and will think of you well, but now I must stop this. Leave me, please. All right, so flowers for Delaney. I delivered flowers to Delaney with a smile, and she rewarded me with a kiss. Despite her affections, Delaney was quite rattled that I asked her to accompany me elsewhere. Not so much because I asked, I think, but because she considered it. Different worlds, as the poets say. She will remain my friend among strangers. All right, and then more for the mysterious island, I am sure. They don't have any more new information for me as far as I can tell. Even though it said that it updated it, I don't see it. Alright, so that worked out okay. Let's go talk to the main person and see what else we can do here.
Yeah!
This is our home. You are the intruders here.
Were you successful? Did the beasts fall before you? They did, and now our way is clear. We can escape as soon as you show us where your new ship is. Then you are truly deserving. No more thought of fight or flight, for now you belong as we. Hear the tale and join our humble legion. They did not wish to become as we are. They fought our mothers' grandmothers without thought and would not reason. Baldur led them, and because of his leadership, many on both sides died. I do not know his fate, only that he killed many, and so the ancestors left him to his seeking ship. He would not belong, and now we know not to ask. You will know peace with us, because we do not wish to harm our saviors, you who would help us to leave. Do you see these simple people before you? They are your kin now. Look at their smiling faces. Take their hands and know peace. We can sense within you that the beasts have unwittingly given you the gift, and you can belong. Our fate is now your fate, and in time you will be as we, not as the beasts. We will shape and guide, for we are masters of ourselves. We are man, then animal, but more than both. Now you will belong. Not so bad, and you will begin to feel as we in a short time. It may be unstable for a time. You may hurt, but you will live. And we shall all go to New Forest and Plains with your maps and our ship home. I will hold the sea charts for now. Please, you will give. We welcome you to Wolfenkind, and to family you now belong. The beasts you have killed were animal and evil, but we are proper lycanthro, and noble in our peace. Yeah, you have infected me with lycanthropy. You're utterly evil. Not so. We have a gift as a race and wish to share with many. You will see now that you are welcome. You who would help us to leave will belong and be welcome. I say nay, Kashishgan, and others with me. Hold your tongue, Tylus. What do you speak of? These mongrels are not welcome. We, pure of blood from ages of the change. These cattle, not as we. We should kill those that take the bite. They will only dilute our grace. They would be our saviors, Tylus. And you threaten? What sense is this? The best sense. I sense their filth. They're different. We are pure and should stay so. None will let them live. I have told to the village their hatred and the things that their kind does to we. Believed me, our people have. These mongrels will not leave alive, but we shall, with ship and maps. You would turn our own against those who would save? Fools you are. Saladus, I absolve you for what you must do. I must take your charts, as I cannot see them damaged in the coming conflict. Defend from what comes. I will decide later what to do about the gift. Alright, so they want me to kill the werewolf.
All right.
Alright, a little bit of damage. But down he goes. 420 experience. He's not the toughest. The Mysterious Island. Werewolves! They descended from the original crew of Baldur's ship, but they are all werewolves. That's why their ship was scuttled in the first place. They infected me with lycanthropy as a gift so that I might belong with them. I'm sure we could have resolved things, but other members of their village would not have it. I must fight my way through them now and escape as best as I can. Let's see if we can get out of here. Yeah, there's gonna be a few of these werewolves, aren't there?
You are quite the novelty. I never seen your like before.
Alright, one.
Glory of Helm!
This is my clan was long ago.
I know the others would have you dead, but I'll not raise a claw in your direction. You are just as deserving of life as any other, and I would fight by your side as long as I am able. Follow me, for I know a way out of the village less dangerous. There are warrens beneath the chieftain's hut. Follow and I will lead. That my former friends would attack you shows they are not who I thought they were, and I feel no shame helping you. Alright, we're getting hit here.
All right.
But the werewolves are going down. I need you to attack with this. That'd be great.
As you will.
Alright, so let's follow Delaney. She went this way. There she goes. There's Delaney, isn't it? Yes.
You're not figments, are you? I'm not wasting any more time talking to figments.
Adventurers, you must leave this place. These are the spotted, the cursed ones that murdered us so many years ago. They have broken into two factions. The dark ones inhabit the ship, and the liar ones have built this town. These ones have built a ship. If you hurry, you may yet escape. Where is this ship? The ship lies beyond the mountains to the east. I have discovered a series of caves, warrens really, that the wolf monstrosities live in. There's a hidden door in this hut. The caves will lead you to the ship. I warn you now, the way is fraught with peril. Head east through the caves and you may find the exit. The chieftain's woman is at the boat right now. Hurry, friends. I thank you for my freedom. Would that I had the power to help you escape myself. Well, perhaps we shall meet again someday and I will repay you for your assistance. Away we go. It seems Delaney has strongest feelings for me after all. She is willing to help me escape her people and has offered to show me a secret route to safety. I knew she would prove special. A pity we did not meet elsewhere. Delaney's task is still open for the record. Anything to say?
You seem interesting. I'm not used to such as you.
Here we must be parting. Inside there is a path to a secret place. Cassius has not told, and none really know. I learned of it because I dared to explore and found the ship they built. It might be ready, but without sea chart they could not sail. Some say the chieftain left on another ship to find the way. I think we should stay. There is naught but fight and conflict elsewhere. The secret door is in the north of the hut. You may have seen, but it was magically closed. Now it will work, because Cassius has gone through. Go, I will defend you to the death, for my spirit has already passed in the face of my compatriots' intolerance. They are not the friends I thought I knew. If you are gone, perhaps they will calm. Go now. All right, more. Delaney led me to the entrance to a secret path in the chieftain's hut. The path leads to a ship that the werewolves built. They needed the sea charts to escape. The secret door has always been in the north of the hut, but it was magically sealed. Now that Cassius has gone through, so can I. Delaney has stayed behind to fight for me. Who thought this would work out? All right, there's the path.
Blessing.
I think I've already looted. That looks familiar. So let's head down here. And we will have to pick up from here next time. That is going to do it for these parts of Let's Play Baldur's Gate. I've been ballerscuba. I've been joined, as always, by my fleeing crew of Ayantis, Saladis, Minsk, Yeslik, Corin, and Dinahair. Hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.